Europe's migrant influx has reached crisis proportions. So far in 2015, more than the total number of people who sought asylum in 2014 has already arrived. All over the continent, queues of migrants, some with small children, have converged on borders. Many have drowned in the treacherous waters of the Mediterranean, crammed into flimsy boats. 270,000 migrants have entered Europe illegally this year, and almost 50,000 reached Greece in July alone. With this has come a consolidation of migratory routes. Sub-Saharan Africans, particularly Eritreans and Nigerians, now account for almost 90% of those crossing via Libya to Italy. Syrians now enter almost exclusively from the east, travelling from Turkey to Greek islands, and then on through the Balkans. Most Afghans take the same route. Greece, facing a few other problems of its own, has been overwhelmed by an influx of people heading north. This summer, the route through Macedonia and Serbia to Hungary emerged as a major new pathway from the east. European responses have varied. Stories of Greeks sharing their food and clothes contrast scenes of violent clashes between migrants and Macedonian border guards. Hungary is busy building a razor-wire wall to keep the new arrivals out. What can be done to create a unified European response to the crisis? Greater recognition of the fact that Europe shares a common border came in April, when EU leaders tripled the funding for Operation Trident's border surveillance of Italy's southern waters, following an incident off Libya's coast that killed 800 migrants. Almost all member countries have now volunteered to take a total of more than 32,000 asylum seekers who've entered through Greece and Italy over the next 2 years, a paltry number compared with the scale of arrivals. Only those from countries with asylum acceptance rates of more than 75% in Europe are eligible. For now, these are Syria, Eritrea and Iraq. This is in addition to a collaboration between EU countries and the UN's Refugee Agency that will see 22,500 people already granted refugee status rehomed in Europe. Another option will be to introduce a Europe-wide asylum system. While most illegal migrants enter the EU through Greece, Italy and Hungary, they rarely plan on staying there. Instead, they're lured to richer EU countries further north. Currently, asylum seekers must make their claim in the first EU country they reach. Faced with more arrivals than they can handle, entry countries often just wave them through, making proper processing impossible. An EU-wide asylum system, recognising a claim approved in one country as valid in all the others, would go some way to solving this. But Europe is a bureaucratic and sluggish place. For the thousands more migrants to come, seeking refuge within Europe's borders, time is in short supply.
The Economist.